Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the invisible tech that works nonstop, billions of times a day, just to keep our money safe. We're talking about EMV, that universal standard that secures pretty much every single payment you make. And we're going to break down exactly how it all works.
I mean, really think about it for a second. You use a card from your bank to buy a coffee on the other side of the planet, or you tap your phone to get groceries, or just click a single button to buy something online. How does it all just work? And maybe more importantly, how on earth does it all stay secure? Well, it all comes down to this incredibly powerful unified global standard. It's like a silent handshake that happens between your card, your phone, the store's terminal, and all the banks involved, just to make sure every single transaction is legit and totally secure. And the sheer scale of this is mind-blowing. The whole standard is managed by a group called EMVCo, and it's the magic that lets your Visa card work on a terminal hooked up to MasterCard's network, or why your Amex is accepted pretty much anywhere in the world. EMV is literally the universal language of payments.
Now here's the thing you've got to get. EMV isn't just one thing. It's not just that little chip on your card. It's an entire suite of technologies, a whole ecosystem built from the ground up to protect your data while making payments way faster and more convenient for all of us.
So let's start where it all began for most of us, right there at the physical point of sale. This is really the bedrock of the trust we have in digital payments today, and it was all built on the security of our physical cards. You know these two moves like the back of your hand, right? The classic secure dip of the chip card and that super quick tap of contactless. They're both powered by EMV, but they represent this really cool evolution. On one side, you have the original innovator, and on the other, you've got the need for speed. Let's break down how they both keep you safe. The EMV contact chip was an absolute game changer. See the old magnetic stripes? They just held static data that was super easy to copy. But the chip? Well, the chip is basically a tiny computer. For every single transaction, it generates a unique one-time use code. It's called dynamic data authentication, and it means that even if a criminal somehow intercepted that data, it would be totally useless for another purchase. It basically made old-school counterfeit card fraud nearly impossible. But let's be real. Dipping your card takes a few seconds, and in our world, every second counts. So EMV evolved. Contactless payments use something called near-field communication, or NFC, to transmit that exact same secure, one-time use data, but it does it in a fraction of a second. You're getting that same rock-solid security, just delivered with incredible speed. Okay, let's move to the next layer in our security onion. The very same principles that secured our physical cards were then brilliantly adapted to protect the one device we never leave home without, our phone. EMV Mobile basically turns your smartphone or your watch into a super secure payment card. And it's so clever because it leverages the security you already use every day. You know, like your fingerprint or your face to unlock your phone to authorize payments. So that adds yet another layer of protection whether you're tapping to pay or scanning a QR code. And the smarts packed inside an EMV QR code are really impressive. It's not just some simple link to a website, no way. It's a secure little package of data that holds exactly who's getting paid, exactly how much, and the cryptographic keys that lock down the transaction and protect it from anyone trying to tamper with it.
Okay, so physical cards and mobile payments are locked down. But what about the wild west of fraud? I'm talking about online shopping, where your card isn't physically there. You guessed it, EMV has a powerful answer for that too.
We've all been there, right? Tediously typing out our 16-digit card number, the expiry date, that little CVC code for the 1,000th time. EMV Secure Remote Commerce, which you've probably seen as a click-to-pay button, completely changes the game. It securely stores your details so you can pay with a single, simple click, which gets rid of the hassle and the risk of your data getting swiped from a checkout form. And for one more layer of defense, there's something called EMV 3D Secure. You've definitely used this. You know, when you're buying something and you suddenly get redirected to your banking app, or you have to enter a one-time code they text you. That's it. It's a quick, direct check-in with your bank to confirm that, yep, the person using the card is actually you. So we've seen EMV in action at the physical terminal, on our phones, and during online checkout. But what's the one secret ingredient? What's the core technology that ties all of this incredible security together?
The answer is payment tokenization. This, right here, is the absolute heart of modern payment security. It is the magic behind the curtain, the single unifying layer of protection that works across every single environment we've talked about.
Here is the absolute best way to think about it. A payment token is like a valet key for your money. It has one very specific, very limited purpose: to authorize one single transaction with one specific merchant. That's it.
So even if a fraudster gets their hands on that token, it's completely useless for anything else. They can't use it to drain your account because they don't have the master key to your car, just that one-time valet key.
So here's the breakdown. Your real 16-digit card number, the industry calls it the primary account number, or PAN, it never actually gets sent to the merchant. Instead, it gets sent to this ultra-secure place called an EMV tokenization vault. That vault locks your real number away safely, and in its place, it issues a completely unique, mathematically unrelated token. That token is what travels across the payment network. So if a merchant ever has a data breach, all the criminals get is a big pile of useless, expired valet keys.
All right, let's zoom all the way out and put all of these pieces together so we can see the complete, honestly elegant system that EMV has created.
You can see right here how the entire ecosystem just fits together perfectly. At the absolute center, the core of everything, you have tokenization. Surrounding that, you've got the physical layers, the chip and contactless payments. Moving outward, there's the digital wallet on your mobile device. And then on the outer ring, you've got online commerce, protected by secure remote commerce and 3D Secure. Each technology is a layer, and they all work in concert to create this comprehensive security system that really is the foundation of trust in modern commerce.
It really is an incredible achievement of global cooperation and technology. And it makes you wonder, right? With a foundation this secure and this universal, what amazing new forms of commerce and value exchange are going to be built on top of it next?